Hey, how's it going, guys? It is Greg.
It's your boy Luther.
And I'm Amani.
And we're L.A.N Party. I'll take that.
Mm-hmm.
So, before we jump into today's episode, what y'all do this weekend?
I made it to goal 3. That sounds impressive.
What's up?
But, oh my God.
It was hell.
I made it to goal 3.
That's what's up.
What about you, Imani? What you do this weekend?
I saw the things we were going to talk about today, which is I saw Captain America and Sirens of the Deep and Spider-Man. I just
You
watched
ate
it.
Signs of the Deep?
No, Sirens.
Oh. You had me scared. I'm like, I watched the wrong thing.
Sirens.
Yo,
The Witcher movie.
All you did this weekend was work?
Yeah. 'cause
More
I
or
worked
less?
on the
It's
weekend.
kind of work for us?
Yeah.
So.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, I made it to go too.
Yeah.
Let's go!
Amani, you have no idea how hard
I can imagine.
we had
it's
to
hard.
claw our way out from the depths, tooth and nail, out of bronze and silver, and still fighting in gold. Matter of fact, the fight not done yet.
Mm-mm.
The fight, because now I'm stuck at like goal 3.5. I'm not getting past like 50 points in gold.
I'm not getting past like 30 and go two right
How
now.
often do y'all
So-
play to be?
Not
This shit.
not that much,
Oh,
honestly.
okay.
I know, I play it every day, but
That's often.
not competitive.
wait, how often do you play?
I like every other day.
That's often. What do you mean? How
That's
often?
like half as often as me.
Like every other
And
day.
for how many
But
hours do you play?
I
Do
don't
you
play
two
as
to
I don't
three?
play as many hours though. Like I'll probably play like 2-3 hours.
That's
I
good.
can't-
When I come home from work, I'll probably play like 3 games, and if I don't win those 3 games, then
Yeah.
I'm done.
Okay.
Mhm.
That's good.
If
That's
I
good.
win at least one, I might. All right, let me see if I could push it a little further and try to get somewhere
I
further
think
than that.
that's the one thing I miss about being an adolescent, because I think I got into games more as an adult, and I just feel like I really, really, really don't have time for games, especially at the age I'm at now.
Calling us
And-
children?
Huh? No, not at all. Like, I think y'all, no, that's not what I meant. Because 2 to 3 is perfect. But I think when you're in high school, you're definitely playing longer than 2 hours a day every day. You feel me? Like, you doing that shit for like 6 hours on a weekday, bro. On a weekend, it's clip. You doing it all day, you know?
Don't
2 to
curse.
3 is very adultish, you know?
Don't curse no more.
I did my curse.
You got your
The
one.
look on his face.
Like, I was like, no, that's very
Because she getting me
adult.
tight.
No,
This
that's
ain't nothing.
She
She trying to call me a child.
Children, bro. We are children.
Y'all heard me not call him a child.
No,
so.
I hear
yes.
I didn't hear that.
I said 2 to 3 is very grounded, but I want to play 6 hours a day and not feel like, oh my God, I have all these things I didn't do. I need to do them. Am I wrong, Greg?
Moving on.
What?
Back to my weekend, because you try to play us. Back to my weekend. We
Man.
also did the speeding event with Annie Tomo and Just Afro. It was cool. I had fun. It was a good time. A lot of people came out. More people than last year, I'll tell you that much.
Nice.
And I started watching This Is Us.
Why would you do that to yourself?
I'm
Oh,
2
so good
episodes
for
in,
you.
and I started crying, bro. I cried.
And I meant that not in the sense like the show is, but like
It's
why
a
would you
good
do that
show.
to yourself emotionally?
Nah, I wanted
'Cause I've heard plenty of
to
things about that.
I wanted
show.
to feel good. Yo, listen,
You wanted to feel good.
I wanted a feel good show. This is not a feel good show.
What?
I'm
the complete
episode
opposite
2. By the end of
feel good.
episode 2, I'm like, oh my God, I'm like this. I'm like this. I'm like, oh my God, what's going on here? This Is Us is good so far. I like
I
it.
wanted a feel good show.
I thought it was a feel good
This is
show.
Us.
It's not a feel good show. It's nothing but sadness. But let's jump into these topics.
All right.
Let's jump into these topics. Starting off with gaming. Flash video game canceled because movie tanking at the box office. I'm okay with that.
Me too, actually.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah, I don't need to.
If the map isn't the size of Grand Theft Auto 5 or bigger, I don't want to play a game as a speedster.
I agree.
Okay.
I thought I want to play Flash, but that's me. But
Yeah. Thoughts? You're a resident speed guy.
I am a speed guy, but like, what kind of game was it going to be? I mean, I heard about like them canceling it, but I didn't really dive into too much of the details about
Mhm.
what type of game was it. Like open world thing or level based, what?
I wouldn't want to play if it's level based.
Action adventure, live service, what? Like,
You see, if it's not open world, I wouldn't want to play a Flash game if it wasn't open world.
why not?
I don't, because then I could just play Sonic if it was anything else.
Sonic is fun.
Right? But I don't need the Flash. I got Sonic. It's like
Right.
You feel me? It's like we got McDonald's at home. We got McDonald's at home. I don't need it.
All right. Well, that movie was butt, so
It was, but
sucked.
Rocksteady reportedly. What the fuck? Damn.
Oh Lord.
That's my one. Rocksteady reportedly working on a new Arkham game. Do we need one?
Yes.
I've never played the Arkham games, but it seems like a game I would want to play. I never played it. It seems
How
like a
about
game
this?
I would enjoy.
I go on my This Is Us journey. You go on a Arkham journey. You play the Arkham games.
You can't let your boyfriend play it for you. You have to play it.
No, I'll play it. I would play
That
it.
was sexist.
No, because no, it
Because she
actually
would
wasn't.
let him play and then
Yeah.
watch him. She
Yeah,
would do that.
yeah.
Like,
I know.
wasn't- I
I was
wouldn't
trying to
do
set you up just now. I'm
Yeah.
just trying to set you up.
I know you were.
wouldn't
Like, what the
let
hell?
him watch
Like, but she would do that.
Yeah.
So-
No, but the Arkham games.
there
are
have
fire
been
as fuck.
times she's like, I haven't played the game, but I watched my boyfriend play.
Yeah, or I watched the gameplay.
This is just her testimony, not her just being a
Yeah.
woman.
No,
So
understood.
He trying to cancel me.
Yeah.
My own
I was trying
man's,
to see if
bro.
I was trying to see if I can get her. I was trying to see if I can get you.
Like,
I tried.
I pulled history, bro. Yeah.
Yeah.
PSN was down/uproar with players when PS Down was down for like what 17 hours or
I thought
something
this
like
was
that.
fucking hilarious.
You're done.
Oh no!
You're
Can
done.
I take his? He was
No,
done too,
you
right?
can't take
I
his.
didn't say
You're
anything.
cooked.
I'm the only one.
You're cooked,
And you're
bro.
cooked, bro. So now we're really PG.
No, bro.
Even 13.
He got one left. You got none.
Why I can't take his?
You can't take his.
Yo, give me yours. I got the mouth of a sailor.
You got to figure it out. It's called self-control.
Oh my god! But that was hilarious when that happened.
PSN going down. I didn't feel it. I was on my.
Yeah,
I was on my
once
PC.
upon a time that would have
Yeah.
affected me, and
Right? And
know,
with all the shade that
High
they be
five
throwing
over it. Ugh.
once upon a time that would have affected me, and like it just don't no more.
Like,
And not
okay,
because I
wait.
don't have a PlayStation anymore, but because I'm being PC.
Yo,
So
listen. Moral of the story: get your money up, not your funny up.
my boy that wanted to play Marvel Rivals, son was sick.
Mad, punch
He
in the
was
air.
sick, bro. He kept texting me like, bro, this joint's still down, boy. I'm trying to play. I want my penny skin. Like, I'm like, yo, that sucks, bro. And meanwhile, I end up with the best competitive team I ever had in my life.
So I'm gonna rapid shoot some of these topics, not because they're unimportant, we're just time, right? Just for time's sake. So we have new Gundam live action film in production. I'm excited.
W.
Big W's. New Fantastic Four trailer, teaser trailer. I don't know how I feel about I don't know.
I feel
It's
Just
just
good.
it's
medicine.
too soon. It's too soon.
Yeah.
We just need to breathe and just wait till the movie comes out.
that I think that movie's semi cursed, but they could break it.
Yeah.
They could break it. Right?
The trailer looks nice.
Marvel shuts down Black Panther recasting rumors. Thank God. I don't think we need a recast. Unless you show me a different multiverse T'Challa and he's just there for a moment. He goes back to his universe. I don't care. I can accept that.
So we just gonna have a T'Challa.
Yo, it's funny because I saw Luthor's face and he had no response, like no facial expression. I'm like, damn.
Yeah,
How does he feel?
I think
we just have no T'Challa. Like, what are you saying?
yo, bro. The way I see it,
It feels
to make it quick.
disrespectful, yeah.
No, not even disrespectful. I think it's just hard to kind of recast that, especially with the fact that they already did the second movie as if he died already, like making it seem like he died. Like not making it seem like he died. He's dead in the second movie.
Mm-hmm.
So by doing that, I don't see there's a point of recasting him anyway. You've already written him off in your universe.
So who's gonna fill in the gap for whatever T'Challa is supposed to do when it's time for T'Challa to do T'Challa?
Shuri.
Why do you don't like that?
Because you
Cancel him now.
no, and just to make this clear, also remember because Doom is being introduced, he's not even a Black Panther, the king of Wakanda. He's the king of the dead. By the time when that whole vibranium crisis, when Doom takes over and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So and then on top of that, he's not even the king right now in the comics. He's not even in charge.
Who's in charge in the comics?
I think it's Shuri, or they became more of a democratic-esque country. But the long story is, I'm fine with them not recasting him because at the end of the day, the slight difference between how Black Panther operates and how Doctor Doom operates is that Black Panther is black and he actually wants better for people, but he has a lot of ain't shit moments. You know what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm glad we don't even have to get to that point with him in the movies.
I'm okay with it if they adapt the storylines that Shuri got in the comic books. Don't give me T'Challa storylines with Shuri in the movie. Give me Shuri storylines with Shuri in the movie.
Or new storylines altogether.
That too. Don't do that.
I could. We see eye to eye. All right, Sleeping Dogs movie in the works with Marvel star Simu. How you say it? Simu. Simon.
Yeah.
Simu Liu.
Simu Liu. Thank you. All right.
Liu.
I don't know. I've never played Sleeping Dogs. I think of Sleeping Dogs. I think of every true crime streets of L.A. Like when I think the main character that was like Asian in some capacity.
First one, yeah.
Yeah. That's what I think of. But I heard it was a good game. Thoughts?
I don't know that game.
That's
Just
completely fine.
true crime. Literally that, because I think Sleeping Dogs, I think it's true crime.
Mm-hmm. Magic the Gathering is getting its own universe, announced by Hasbro.
Like,
What does that mean?
cinematic
Like,
universe?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like I think they're getting like a movie.
Huh.
MCU?
That's
Potentially.
bold considering Dungeons and Dragons flopped.
It did?
Yeah.
That was a really good movie.
I liked
It
it.
was a great movie, but I think it was like the time it came out was
Easter?
I think it was still pandemic. I think the movie industry was still recovering from the pandemic.
Gotcha.
People was coming out to watch movies because they spent a lot of money on it and a lot of money in advertising. And even though it was a great movie, it still bombed.
Mm.
So
Damn.
All right, moving along. Rooster Teeth returns after founder buys brand and assets to new production company.
how do you feel about that?
But Ruby won't be a part of it.
I stopped watching Ruby a very long time
That's where they
ago.
lost me, though.
Mhm.
Yeah, and I don't know. I feel like I'm missing out. I feel like it's a great anime, but it's just so many episodes now. And no, do you guys still watch Ruby?
No,
Nope.
I fell off a long time
A
ago.
long time ago.
It was the point I watched it up until the most recent thing, and then it took a while for the episodes to come back, and I just didn't watch. And then they rebooted it to make it look more anime like,
Mhm.
instead of like the stop motion thing from Monty Ohm. And then after that,
Yeah.
I was
Just
like, yeah,
let it
I'll
go.
watch it now. Like they redoing it, I'll watch it again on
Yeah.
the reboot, and I just didn't.
But I love the like organic, like hands in the dirt, like just choppy animation. I don't know, something about it felt very grounded
From the original one.
from the original. Yeah, I didn't really need a rebooted.
It looked like a VR chat show at first, in the beginning.
Yeah.
At first, I couldn't tell, like, this is a real thing when I first watched it. And I
Mhm.
was like, yeah, it is a real thing.
I just like the music. Day by day.
Just the music? I mean,
Yeah,
back in the
you don't
Monty
you don't
Ohm
like the
era.
plot? Like,
I mean,
you don't like the anime?
Back in the Monty
Right.
Ohm era, like, the fight scenes were lit. Like, that dude
I mean,
was nice, man.
Yeah,
Rest
I
in
mean,
peace
I
to
was a
GOAT.
big Dead Fantasy fan.
Yeah, Dead
I
Fantasy.
love
and
Dead
all that.
Fantasy.
And he did the Metroid and Halo thing, too, right? That was him, too.
Potentially. I don't remember.
But Dead
We'll,
Fantasy. was lit.
we'll fact check that later.
There was like a Metroid and Halo crossover type thing. Very much like Dead Fantasy. I think that was him.
I don't
Maybe.
remember. Question of the day. Question of the day comes from Same Brain. Shout out to Black Crystal and Defined by Kai. Question of the day is, name a terrible place to shoot your shot.
Thing, bro.
That's your answer?
Terrible answer, actually.
You go first.
Honestly, the first thing that came to my head was a bar.
That's a terrible place to shoot your shot?
If I'm being very honest, I mean, if a guy was to come up to me at a bar, I would be very like immediately defensive and honest.
Okay.
And I get what you're saying because you're just like we're at a bar. We're here. I'm here to shoot my shot, but then I don't know. It comes off weird and sleazy.
I wouldn't necessarily say you're there to shoot your shot at a bar because, like, you go to a bar to drink, but it's like a social
I think that's why, yeah.
drink setting. It'd be like, damn.
With my friends, not with random strangers coming up to me while I'm trying to have fun with my friends.
Again, it's a public social setting to drink.
Mm-hmm.
You know, unless you're in like a private booth or some shit and somebody walks up, there goes my one, and somebody walks into your booth. And
At least you clocked
then it's
himself.
like, hey, what are you guys doing? What's up? Coming
But
to
I
office?
think
Want to be friends?
Not like, you know, you go to like all people from all walks of life come into a bar to drink and like, you know, mingle and talk, man. I mean, you might be with your friends. You don't want to be interrupted, but that's more of
Yeah.
a personal thing. You can't really fault somebody for trying to talk to you in an
I would
openly
never afford somebody
social
to-
area. So I don't know. I
would
don't
never-
agree with you, but if that's how you feel, that's how you feel, man.
What about you, Luther?
A funeral. Nah, I'm just.
No, yeah, you're right. Like, the first thing that comes to mind is a funeral. Like, who shoots a shot at a funeral? I mean, it's probably possible, you know, but I mean, I wouldn't somebody's mom just died, you're not gonna go talk to their daughter, but no, your mom just died.
I've heard about people having sex at funerals. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, people probably try to cope with grief in whatever ways they can, but like I'm not, me personally, like if I'm somebody else close to me died and I'm at a funeral, like sad, don't hit on me, bro. I'm not here for that.
What the hell?
I'd be so mad. Like,
all right. For me, I would say outside the opposite sex's bathroom, like in public places.
oof, that's good.
Wait, outside the opposite sex, what you mean?
Like so if I'm a guy, right? Like I don't want to shoot my shot in front of no girl bathroom.
That's kind of creepy.
That's kind of weird.
I mean, it seemed like you're just waiting for somebody to come out.
Yeah.
Like, hey, what's up?
Is that a thing men do?
Men do a lot of stupid things.
Now, I'm not saying I do that. Because clearly I'm against that. But that's what I'm saying.
I've seen men do a lot of stupid things and try to talk to women.
Mm-hmm. I've seen someone get on a train and get off on the wrong station just to talk to somebody. And I know that
I could accept that. I don't think that's very dumb.
Especially in New York, it's like I'll never this is my chance. Like I may never see her again.
Yeah, definitely in New York, bro. Get on that train, my
boy. He was
boy.
shooting bricks.
Crazy.
I only know that because that's way at the next station, bro.
But like waiting for somebody to come out the bathroom, sus. Interrupting a conversation that she's already having with somebody else just to talk to her. No bueno. I hate people that do that.
All right.
That's that.
Listen, shout out to Same Brain. Check them out on Twitch and YouTube. All right. Well, I'm about to open up a quick new segment that will lead into our main topics. Okay. Right? This segment is called People Who Owe... Let me try this again. This segment is called Run Me My Apology. I got a list of people who owe us black people some apologies. Number one, the writer for the Miles What If.
Oh, no.
You owe us an apology. And let me tell you why, right? You made his father Odin and put Tim's on him. You gave every ice giant a dark Caesar. When he called Mjolnir, he said hammer time. And the icing on the cake, he jumped on top of the table. He said, all eyes on me. You owe us an apology. Run me my apology. That's number one.
Black History Month.
It's Black History Month. I need that. Number two, Hudson Thomas, I don't know how to say your name, but you owe me an apology too. You the voice actor of Spider-Man in the current Spider-Man show. And the foolishness you said about,
he didn't want it to be woke.
He didn't want it to be woke. It's Spider-Man. Run me my apology.
Yeah.
He's the friendly neighborhood Spider-Man, not the friendly Caucasian Spider-Man. Yeah. Run me my apology. And lastly, Molly Freeman from Screen Rant. You owe us an apology as well. Matter of fact, you don't owe me an apology. You owe Anthony Mackie an apology because you said Sam Wilson did not have any character development in this movie. And you said that you gave this movie a 4 out of 10. Run us our apology right now. Because in my opinion, you don't... Oh, wait a minute! Wait a minute. Hold on. Miss Freeman, give me a second. Hold on, Miss Freeman. You might have a friend. You might have a friend, Miss Freeman.
A couple friends.
A couple. Oh, suck it. So what are we talking about? Okay, all right, wait. You know what? Miss Freeman, redacted. Redacted. Me and my co-host got to have a conversation.
So about the plot.
All right, no, but she's saying his character, and she kept comparing him. She kept comparing him in the movie to the previous Captain America. It's like, oh, you're trying to be a spy espionage and globetrotting around the world and all these themes. I was like,
he felt like a side character to, I believe, Ross, right? Ross was the
Thaddeus Ross. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Thaddeus Ross's story. It seems like Thaddeus Ross had all the growth, and I feel like it felt like he was his support. That's kind of how it came.
You feel the same way?
And I also feel like he had a lot of character growth in the show, that the show is very based on his character growth. But I think here, it's like, if you didn't see the show, you would be lost.
I think a lot of the things they're moving forward, you need to have seen these shows, right? Ever since post Endgame, these shows play a pivotal point in just everything that's happening moving forward, from WandaVision to Agatha to Captain Falcon and Winter Soldier.
But in my opinion, I agree. But in my opinion, that makes it a bad movie because I feel like you shouldn't have to see a show to understand.
I don't think it's a bad movie.
I didn't think the movie was bad either.
Yeah, no. I'm not saying the movie isn't bad. I'm saying with that idea. Like, I think that idea, and I think it's the same for, like, Star Wars, too. Not that I'm saying Star Wars shows is bad, but if you just watch the Star Wars movie, there's so much lore you have missed if you are not familiar with any of the shows. And I think that the idea of basing, on one hand, I understand having a fan
It's the
base
reverse for that. I'm sorry.
for Star Wars, really? But
Yeah,
shouldn't you have watched Rebels and all
No,
that stuff?
I think the shows expand the movies more.
Yeah.
That's
Okay, great.
It's the other way around.
the other
You
way
should
around.
watch
Okay,
the
perfect.
movies before the shows, so you got backstory
you
as
got
to why the
backstory.
characters in the shows are doing X, Y, Z.
because the shows
or
are
what they're influenced by.
Exactly.
Okay, perfect. So I'm not saying that was a bad movie. I'm just saying to create a movie where a lot of stuff happens in the show and if you didn't watch the show, you're lost. I just think in general that makes it like not a good movie. Like, for example, Thunderbolts is coming out, right? Most of these characters we've already seen, some of them from shows, right? If Thunderbolts come out and they are starting the movie with the idea of all these people watch the show, so we don't have any backstory for any of these characters or any reason to care about them other than the fact that I saw the show. You know what I'm saying? In my opinion, that would make a bad movie.
I think I think certain storylines within the movie was self-explanatory in the movie, and if you saw the show, it was a bigger nugget that you had, right? I also think that the true problem with this movie wasn't even the fact that Anthony Mackie's character didn't have character development or not. I think the true issue was the marketing. I think they dropped the ball on marketing. I think they didn't market this well.
How do you think they should have marketed?
I think for as much screen time as Red Hulk got, comparatively to how much you pushed, how much he was in this movie, is kind of misleading.
Absolutely.
That's number one. I think if you expanded more on the race for Animanium more than anything, and then you gave it to us later, it'd have been a cool moment.
I agree.
But we were expecting it. But besides that, I think my true issue with the movie, first of all, I don't think this is a bad movie. I thought it was a fun movie. I thought it was a very fun movie to watch. It was fun there was moments I was like, oh, haha, that's funny. But my issue with the movie is, number one, we didn't need the widow. Did not need that widow character. She did nothing for the plot. She did nothing for this plot in any capacity. You missed an opportunity to expand on that black woman.
Yo, that's the exact same thing I thought too.
Wait, but hold it back. I'm sorry. Which black woman?
The president's assistant.
Oh, okay.
I don't remember her name.
Yeah,
The Secret Service woman, Anthony Mackie and his friend.
yeah.
Got me.
But you missed a chance to expand on her. Missed opportunity.
She could have played the same role that the widow played.
The exact same role.
She could have played that same role. She could have been just as, well, let's not say just as skilled because she's a widow, but she could have been a very skilled agent
Agreed.
that was close with Ross, and she could have played that same role, and they could have played on whatever, social message they want to play to because they were both black.
Okay.
Number two, the leader wasn't a bad villain. The actor did not do a great job.
Leader? Which leader?
I feel like it was both.
The green guy.
Megamind.
Oh, Megamind?
You're funny.
I didn't think Megamind. I didn't walk. I thought he was great. I never thought he was a bad.
His acting. I felt like it wasn't good.
I feel like it's
You
the
feel like
opposite.
he dropped the ball?
I felt like he did what he was supposed to do.
Yeah, I agree.
I just feel like they wrote the leader bad.
Yeah.
I feel like he was a bad villain. He was terrible. Giancarlo Esposito was a better villain than him in this movie, and he wasn't the main villain.
100%. But it was also
But he's charming.
the performance. It was also the performance. I'm saying, right? I think the actor for the leader was acting like it was 2008.
I like that though. I like that there was a campiness.
This whole movie felt like it was a Phase 1 Marvel
yeah,
movie.
it did, and I like the campiness of it.
But I think that's what it was.
Took you out.
It took me out because I felt like everyone else was actually acting, and this one guy was also
You're like, what is this?
This one man, even the widow, I thought that didn't need to be there. She was out acting him, bro. He was just simply, I'm going to manipulate you all. I'm like, if he had, because I'm telling you now, if you gave him he didn't have to be compelling. Give him a little bit more charisma. It turn up the anger a little more.
Yeah.
and play that because I'm mad that you did this to me. I'm gonna make sure you get me. You know what I'm saying? Like, play it up more. I felt like they could have played that up more, and they didn't.
It didn't fit in well. I actually didn't. I don't know. I felt like the movie was trying hard in certain aspects, especially with the comedy. Disney has this thing, or MCU has this thing where they can't have an emotional moment without killing it with the jokes. And off the bats, I felt the jokes was corny. The first fighting scene where he got his rib cracked, and he was like, haha, you got your rib cracked. You're not as good. And he was like, maybe I should end this now, or maybe I should prolong this. And he was like, nope, I got places to go. Let's finish this. I felt like that was corny. I felt like it was just like, oh, we still do. I felt like the Bucky, I love Bucky, so let me make this clear. I felt like when Bucky did his very emotional scene, you know, something started stirring. And then Anthony Mackie had to be like, oh, did your speechwriters help you with that? And he was like, oh, yeah, he did. Oh, 7 out of 10. And I was just like, oh my God.
But I have a
corny.
question. Are you expecting this deep emotional thing from people who never acted like that to begin with from the inception of their characters? Anthony Mackie, Sam Wilson's character
is a wisecracker.
He's been like that since he was introduced to you. He rises to the occasion and he talks his shit. Damn, but you get what I'm saying, right?
I get what you're saying, but I think it's just. I feel like it's a writing thing. I feel like in the writings room, we can't for once have like emotional moments, and I feel like it's a very Disney-esque formulaic.
Some Marvel movies
plot
do it.
line.
Eternals did it.
I think.
Eternals did it, and
Eternals
everybody crapped on that movie. I felt like
Eternals was
I did not think Eternals was
It
bad.
wasn't.
Really?
Yeah,
I felt like Eternals was actually a step in the right direction for the MCU in terms of like the tone of how you want to film the movies. Because up until that point, like post Endgame, every MCU movie was exactly that. Like you said, they would try to have a serious moment and then ruin it with like a Disney Channel-esque joke.
Absolutely.
And then the MCU just became that. You know, like Disney Channel-esque jokes for every movie that they did.
Goofy.
And it would like kill the stakes of the movie. Whereas Eternals was like, no, this is a film. This is an action adventure film, including these Marvel characters. And they're going through real stakes. They're losing real things. Eternals did that for me. And the acting was good. So I don't know why people did not like Eternals. Maybe they thought it was too long. Maybe they thought it was boring. But I'm like, but it's the introduction movie of a couple of characters that nobody even knows or quite frankly don't give a damn about. Nobody care about the Eternals.
You know, I think maybe.
But like, I felt like they need to go down that route more. And like Winter Soldier did it, right?
I think you guys could speak better on this for me since you're the comic book people. But I think to my knowledge, no one cared about Eternals. Right?
No,
the same way no one gave a fuck about Guardian of the Galaxies. But
that was intentionally funny though.
Yeah, but Tom Gunn, what's his name? James Gunn. Sorry, it's a lot happening. I've been seeing Tom Cruise's face all over for Mission Impossible. Forgive me, but James Gunn, he did an amazing job of making us not only give a fuck about these characters, but fall in love. Oh, sorry, I took Luther's. Not only cared so deeply about these characters, but fall in love with them. And I don't think and want to see them, you know, and want more movies and want to see them on screen, where I don't think the creators for Eternals gave us a good reason as to why we should care about all these random characters.
I don't know. I like Gilgamesh a lot.
You like who?
Gilgamesh was my favorite
See, I don't even
one.
remember who that is, but I believe he was played by Barry, right? Gilgamesh was the mind controller, was he?
No, I think he was the strong guy.
He was the big
one.
Asian one.
The Asian guy.
The big Asian one.
I don't even remember who that man is.
Also, this movie did come out like how many years ago?
Like 3-4 years ago.
Yeah, but I remember the mind controller.
There was never no real follow up
character
to make people care, because when the Guardians came out, they
I
threw
remember
him
Harry
into.
Styles. Sorry.
What are they doing between Guardians to
which one?
Next,
which one?
The first
Guardians?
movie.
The first one into the second one?
Yeah. Were they involved in anything in
Nope.
between? All right, so maybe it was just the style of like how the movie was made, like because made you laugh. Because I remember when we saw it,
Guardians,
you went to
it
go
made
see
you
it
feel
together,
more than it
and we
made
went
you
to
laugh.
see Guardians. I'm like, yo,
It
Greg.
didn't make me feel that much.
I'm like, Greg, I don't know.
I didn't feel nothing until the end.
Yeah,
Guardians
like,
was just funny.
Greg, I don't know nothing about the Guardians other than Rocket Raccoon and Star-Lord.
What about Guardians of the Galaxy?
Guardians did not make me feel nothing.
The second one didn't make you feel?
Guardians 1 made me feel nothing except when at the end with Groot. Guardians 2, I did not care at that whole ending crap with Ego the planet. I felt nothing for that.
The Guardians 3 though.
I felt nothing for that.
Maybe I was thinking
Guardians 3.
Yeah.
Guardians 3 made me feel a little
right.
bit, and it's not even because of Guardians 3, it's because of Endgame.
Yeah. Okay. I think we are not in alignment with that, but I hold space for that. If that's what the kids say, I hold space for that.
Nah.
No, I think Guardians made me feel a lot, and I think that's one of the things that made people fall in love with it the way they did. And it's funny. Like, don't get me wrong. It's fucking
it was just funny.
Damn it. Ah! It's bloody. It's bloody hilarious.
No, my thing. But here's my thing. My view of Guardians, it was just funny.
Yeah.
Funny.
It was just funny.
But we
wasn't
wasn't expecting that to be funny.
Yeah. So it was delightful because it was funny. It wasn't jam packed of action, right? It had moments, right? The storytelling wasn't deep. It was funny. He mastered his craft when it comes to his movie style, and it was just funny. Anything past that is, I don't know.
Do you agree? And do you agree with all of James Gunn movies in terms of creative endeavors in terms
They're
of
all funny.
Peacemaker,
Peacemaker's good.
Slither was funny.
and of
Slither.
course,
It was a horror movie.
Suicide Squad.
Funny.
That Suicide Squad movie was good because
And none of those things made you feel anything other than laughter. Is that what you guys?
No, I like Guardians 3. Guardians 3 made me feel what
feel.
you're saying, but that's only because we had Guardians 1, 2, and the
And
Avengers
Endgame.
movies. So there's a whole legacy of like these characters already, and the third movie is just everything coming to an end or like a new beginning sort of thing. So you feel away because like I've been watching these guys since like 2014. Now the adventure's over. Type of, you know, but the same thing with Endgame. Like we've been watching all these characters on screen for the last 10, 11 years, and now it's all over. Now it's something starting anew.
Mm-hmm.
Eternals didn't have that luxury because now it is this something new, but it's not funny like Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So now people have to get accustomed to this new group of people. Well, the majority of them dead, but but like when it came to Eternals, I don't know what people were looking for in that movie. I honestly don't know what people were expecting from that.
I think what the tone of Eternals is what y'all want from all these movies moving forward, but y'all didn't even act like y'all liked it.
Yeah.
Listen, Eternals I would have to rewatch it, and I would have to rewatch Guardians of the Galaxy, but Eternals wasn't a good movie. Like I don't remember walking out of there feeling.
They explained the plot, all the actors were actually acting.
Mm-hmm.
They explained the plot. They had a beginning, they had a middle, and they had an end.
Mm-hmm.
And that end also pushed their whole entire universe forward.
Mm-hmm.
The same thing with this movie. I don't think this is the best movie alive.
Of course.
It's not even top 10 Marvel movies.
It's pretty good.
But it's not as bad as people rating it. And all the things that happened in the movie made sense.
Let's be clear though, on Rotten Tomatoes, the critics gave it 50.
No,
Rotten
Tomatoes, they give it like
the critics gave it 50 and the audience gave it 80. So people like it.
They're trying to say, but Rotten Tomatoes are trying to say that The Marvels was a better movie than this.
Fuck no. I'm sorry. I had to.
Yeah.
I had to Marvels is so bad.
And
the
that's
Marvels is garbage.
It's garbage. And that's my true critique. My true critique isn't if like I think people are rating this movie with unrealistic expectations for it, and that's my issue. So that's my complete issue because you're holding it. When you look at this movie, you're sitting there going, "But Steve Rogers," and the whole point of Sam Wilson being Captain America is someone without powers rising to the occasion and lifting up the everyday man, right? That's the whole point. And if you couldn't even see that were you watching the movie? Let me not say were you watching the movie, but did you care enough to pick that apart?
Here's how I felt.
Not you, by the way. Yeah,
I'm not personal. I'm not taking it. I just felt like everything around the movie was good. Like I think Sam was really great. I think his sidekick was really great. But I think the fight scenes was exquisite and spectacular. But I just felt like I didn't care for like the actual plot of the movie, and I didn't care for how much it revolved around Senator Ross's emotions, his trauma, the things he had to work through. Like it really became like his movie. And because of that, and I do agree, like, yes, Sam Wilson got a lot of growth in the show, which is great, but for his movie, he should also have a lot of growth for this film, and he had growth.
I also have a question this is for both of you. What growth was he supposed to exhibit in this movie?
I don't know, but something.
I don't know. I'm not a writer, but I do agree with Imani on that front.
No.
If you have your own movie, you as a character also needs to develop over the course of that movie. Even if you had a show preceding it. But for the sake of people who don't watch the shows, because a lot of people who don't watch these shows, because like, I ain't watching that, right? They go into the next Marvel movie not understanding that, he had his arc in his show, him and Bucky. But they don't know that because they ain't watched the show, and you can't force people to watch the show. If you're going to make them come watch the movie, that character also needs to develop further past the show. I felt like his character growth stagnated in this movie. Like, he had his character development in the show, and then he came into this movie and didn't do anything more than what he became.
Yep.
So then, all right.
So he's the same person from the beginning of the movie to the end of this movie. The movie that is titled, he's the title star, like he's the headliner, and he has no development from the beginning to the end, but everybody else does.
So my question is, right, and I'm just picking this randomly. What was the growth of Captain America and Winter Soldier in that movie, in the second Captain America movie? What was the progressive growth of his character in that movie?
That was a long time ago.
That was a long time ago. Wait, wait. What was the plot of Winter Soldier? Was that the one?
That was
Bucky?
the Bucky one.
What? That was a whole him and Bucky reunion, working through their trauma together. Wasn't that?
They did not work through any trauma.
Whatever.
They didn't work. They just found out he was alive again.
They were
However,
reunited. That has a.
I will say that up to that point, though, people have had several movies with Captain America in it to see his character develop.
True.
There was no show where Chris Evans went along and did his own thing and then came into the movie as a whole new man.
And also, wait. I also do want to say the problem is all of Ross's character development is taking away from Sam's Captain.
No, and I'm hearing that, right? But I'm saying as a main character, I think, and I hear what you're saying as well. Like he was seen in other movies, you see that development as well, right? But that also goes the same way. If you didn't see the other movies, you wouldn't fully see the development.
Yeah, but that's on you if you decide to see Captain America 3.
Movie.
Yeah, and
you
not
go
Captain
watch Captain America 2. I'm like, I ain't watch Captain America 1. I ain't watch Avengers. I ain't watch whatever came else in between. That's on you.
That's on you. And let's not even do the Adventures, which is a good point, but you're dumb. But if for you to watch Captain America, for you to be like, I'm not gonna watch 1 or 2. I'm just gonna watch 3. What do you
like? And then be like, where's the character development? You missed the first 2 movies. You missed his cameos. You missed everything else in between.
But doesn't that play also in the fact that if you just didn't watch the show, you just didn't watch the show?
This is different. This is Sam's first solo movie. He's been in other movies.
Yeah.
So if these people are only watching the movies, they only know him from the movies, from one movie to the next. And the shows are side quests.
Yep.
So wait. So Multiverse of Madness, right? We don't fully understand her traumas, and it's our fault if you didn't watch WandaVision.
It is your fault, yeah.
Yeah.
That is your fault, yes.
And I fully didn't understand her traumas, but I wasn't like,
Multiverse of Madness is a direct sequel, more or less, to WandaVision.
So you should watch.
You should watch. We're not saying you shouldn't watch these shows.
All right, no, you got me.
There are people who only watch the movies, bro. And for them to come in from the last movie to the next one, you feel me? Because even Marvel, I think they're like, you don't have to watch all the shows because the movies happen, the main movie line.
They've been establishing themselves, yeah.
Right? So, like, but Multiverse of Madness, they already said, this is a direct result of WandaVision. Same thing with Agatha, direct result of WandaVision. If you know that and you still go into this not watching that, that's on you.
And also for Multiverse of Madness, I didn't watch WandaVision. And not only did I not watch WandaVision, I didn't get any spoilers because I knew it was so good and I eventually wanted to watch it. But I still very much understood what was happening. And I still thought it was a very good movie, personally.
So wait, the show is called Captain Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Falcon. It's just the Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Right? It's Captain Falcon, bro. Captain Falcon and Winter Soldier. And then that's his first debut as Captain America ever. Correct. And we skip over this show and we don't treat it like it's something we should be watching before the movie.
I think it's something you should watch before the movie. Yeah. I agree.
This is his first movie appearance as Captain America.
Solo movie, and some people just don't watch the shows and they just follow the timeline of the movies.
All right.
Because the movies themselves are also a cohesive timeline.
And you know, the only reason why I watch the show is because he's black. Because I haven't watched every single Disney MCU show.
Yeah, I never finished Secret Invasion. And so if they have a movie that's based off of that, I'm gonna be like, I ain't watched Secret Invasion. I was not interested.
You don't need to.
You know,
don't even waste your time.
But also, we read comic books, so do we really need to watch the shows? Because we kind of got an idea of certain storylines they go.
You have a general idea. I think here's the thing: this movie wasn't.
It was okay.
It wasn't, right? It was a calm 6-7.
I agree.
Right?
It was a calm.
It was a calm 6-7. There are gripes with the movie that could have been better. And I think we all, our reasonings are different.
Yeah.
But I think we all can agree, like, this is not as bad as everyone else is trying to portray it. And I think some of the portrayal comes from the comparisons of trying to compare him to Steve Rogers.
No,
Some people
I
are.
don't,
I'm not.
Well,
I'm comparing it to his movies. I'm not comparing it to the character.
Yeah.
I'm comparing this to Winter Soldier. It's like they tried to go for Winter Soldier vibes, didn't quite make it. So it's like Winter Soldier's little brother.
Yeah.
They tried to make it like that, but it didn't
it's
really
like they
bang.
didn't know what they wanted to do.
Because
then
like
having the CGI fight at the end, kind of, I also feels like which was kind of like an espionage movie the whole way, does also take you,
but not really.
But don't ever. Well, what else is Captain America supposed to be when he's on screen? He doing
espionage, which is great.
The blue screening for like the backgrounds was terrible. The environment was terrible.
Well,
Red Hulk looked great.
And
like animated Sam looked great, but the environment looked god awful.
I'll take that.
Do you think Anthony Mackie is a good Captain America, and how do we feel about his portrayal in the movies versus comics? Because Rockman told me in the comics he's a lot more like cutthroat. He's not joking. He's just like, he don't play no games. Serious.
He's still black as hell in the comics. I don't know where that. No, he's
You
still.
don't agree?
Not 100%. He's still black as hell. Have the BS that he said, which I feel like he'd have said in the comics.
Yeah, but
in
to
some
be clear,
capacity.
Rockman loves him. But I'm not saying he was not black. I'm saying he's a lot. I think in the movie, from what Rockman told me, in the movie he's a lot more lighthearted, and in the comics he's a lot more serious and cutthroat. That doesn't mean he's more or less black.
So that's who he's to that degree now, because a lot of things in the comics have been bad. So that's who he is now. So I think sometimes comic portrayals, trying to compare it to someone in a comic portrayal could be hard because they have a run. So from his time being a Captain America to this point, he is now to that point where he's a more cutthroat Captain America. Mm-hmm. But this is the beginning of his run.
Copy.
You also want his character to be. You want to set him apart from what Steve Rogers was. Steve Rogers was also a pretty serious guy.
All the time.
Steve
for
Rogers,
no reason.
So the next Captain America, you want him to be just like Steve Rogers?
Yeah.
Or you want him to be like... I like the comedic flair Anthony Mackie adds to the character, because again, it does add, the human element to it, because like Steve Rogers is a guy from...
He's a super soldier.
World War II era.
Yeah, he was punching Nazis at one point.
Yeah, he was punching Nazis. He got like World War II ideals and stuff. Like Anthony Mackie is a regular guy living in modern day society on some, I have to fight a Hulk. Now I'm just one black man with adamantium wings. Like,
not vibranium.
My fault. Yeah, with vibranium wings. Like, I don't know how this is gonna go, bro.
Yeah.
and just to make things clear, when it comes down to him as a whole, I feel like some of the jokes he made, as quote unquote corny as they could have sounded, I feel like they were very black. He made very black jokes.
Yeah, like for example, when he was talking to Ross in the bunker, and Ross was just telling him like, "Nah, man, I just needed you for when I needed you," and I'm in the seat and I'm like, "This is the part where I start cursing." And Anthony Mackie goes, "This some bullshit." I'm like, "See, like he gets me because I said the same thing."
Yeah, and I think we forgot about that, right? Half the things he said, some of the things he was saying is because he is black. And we are black people. So when you put a black person, right, a black person of power in certain situations, I'm going to talk like that.
Yeah, I think that's valid, but I specifically didn't use those jokes. Like I was specifically, like I said earlier, like I specifically said the Bucky one, where it's like, oh, this was making me feel something, and then you had to ruin it with the joke. Or even the fight scene was just given mad, like corny. Like the fights was beautiful. But when they did that banter during the fight, when he's like, nope, let's finish this. I got somewhere to be later. I was like, this is corny.
Isaiah?
I felt that. I felt that. I'm like, let's get this. I got things to do. Let's go.
Yeah.
You running up my clock right now.
How'd y'all feel about Joaquin?
I liked Joaquin. I thought he was funny.
I don't know why people said he was annoying. I don't get it.
Yeah, I thought he was funny, and I thought he was charming.
I'm like, how old is this guy? Because he's making a lot of old people jokes. But I seen a picture of him with a whole wife and kids. Like, yo, bro, what do you mean? Like, how are you making all these old people jokes? I don't get it.
So overall, we're rating it 6.7.
Yeah, 6.5.
I'm gonna give it a 7 as well. All right. Now, lastly, Imani has made us watch The Witcher last night.
Why y'all acting like y'all don't like fantasy too? Like
I didn't even know this was out.
I didn't even know that joint existed.
Yeah,
bro. When he
Rockman
told me
the same
about
thing.
it. I'm like, what?
So we're going to have to wrap this one up real
no,
quick.
Witcher was really bad. It was the Little Mermaid. Like it was so bad.
It was the Little Mermaid,
It
bro.
was Little Mermaid.
It was a Little
yeah.
Mermaid.
Like beat for beat, bar for bar, I felt like I wasted an hour and a half of my life.
It was Little Mermaid.
Beat for
man.
beat, ball for
I'm looking
ball.
at this. I'm like, huh?
It was a Little Mermaid, except instead of her becoming human, he became a mermaid.
Yo,
A
bro,
merman.
they even had music. They
Yeah,
had
what she's
music.
saying. I'm like,
Yeah,
where
they
is this
had
coming from?
Ursula music when she was when she was making the potion. I was like,
I thought that was so.
Yo, bro, she
oddly
started
placed.
singing. I started hitting the button fast, fast, fast.
I'm like, what is she? When did this become a musical? Like, aside from like
Jaskier,
Jaskier, because he's
yeah.
a bard. That's what they do, and then
Yeah.
he does that in the show. But her singing just randomly, I'm like, huh?
I will say this much though, right? I'm glad we got more of the Bard's backstory,
yeah,
and they
yeah,
gave
me
them
too.
more camaraderie.
And it really sucks because when they wasn't doing the fucking Little Mermaid thing, it was so interesting when they started talking about The Witcher and they started going about him and Yennefer, or when they were talking about the Bard, or when they were talking about these were the past adventures we're having, we're about to have new adventures. Everything that was Witcher-esque related was great, and
That's
I was
his bestie.
excited.
That's his
voice
bestie.
actor was the guy from the game.
Yeah, but I do wish it was. I feel so bad about what happened to Henry. So part of me was just.
Oh, you
like,
talking about the brother?
Huh?
You talking about? Oh, that's not
No,
Henry.
Henry
Cavill.
Cavill.
Henry
No,
Cavill.
no. Say it.
Henry Cavill, nah. Henry Cavill. I do feel bad about what happened to Henry, so I wish that he voiced it, but I didn't know that was the same voice actor.
The voice actor from the game is great. That's better. What's it? That's who he based his voice off after.
That's valid.
All right, so what we giving it out of 10?
Oh, 4.
A 4?
I'm giving this a 6.2. It was still entertaining. I mean, the story.
I was bored.
The plot was, but it still looked good.
It's a calm 5 for me.
Do you think that they're still going to be making The Witcher with the next season, the one with Liam Hemsworth? Because I just feel like it's never going to come out.
They're money hungry. They're gonna do it.
I mean,
that's how I feel.
I think they will because the cast for this was the cast of the live action. Aside from Geralt, Jaskier was the guy who plays him. Yennefer was the woman who plays him, and then everybody else is new characters. But the characters that we know from the live action, the actual actors played them.
Yeah, what is taking so long? Is it just development hell?
It's-
You know?
All productions got pushed back because of the strikes, COVID. So everything is. I feel like everything in back order. Basically, everything is just backed up, like Hollywood wise. Because
Oh,
them production timetables take too long. And fun fact.
Somebody messed up the decimator. That's why. It's taking so long.
Fun fact. They are filming. They are reportedly about to start filming Spider-Man 4 in London. I don't know what he needs to be doing in London. He's broke. Why are we in London?
yeah, why is Spider-Man in London?
Fun fact. Why is he
Is
in
that
London?
his neighborhood? No.
I have no idea.
Nah, man. Wrong Spider-Man.
How we feel about the Spider-Man show?
I like it.
It's great. I'm
So
enjoying
far,
myself.
so good. Yeah.
It's my first introduction to Spider-Man because I haven't read the comics and I have not seen the movie Wire.
But did you see the one with Tom Holland?
Yeah,
So
but
that's your first introduction, friend.
I know, but the ones with Tom Holland didn't really. I don't know. They kind of bored me except for the last one. And then the last one, the heartstrings that they pulled for you guys, it didn't pull for me because I didn't watch.
Right.
I did watch the ones with Andrew Garfield, so I guess it's not my first introduction. But
Girl,
point is,
get on,
sorry.
bro. You just said it.
No.
Yo, you're
I know.
chatting now.
I know, but wait, hold on.
chatting.
Everyone says like the best Spider-Man movies is like 1, 2, and 3, and let's be honest, the
3.
Amazing. Oh yeah, you're right. 1 and 2, and let's be honest, the Amazing Spider-Man movies was not good. Let's be honest, and I do feel like the first 2 Tom Holland movies was cool, but they weren't as great as Spider-Man 1 and 2. Am I wrong? Like,
Bugging. Amazing Spider-Man 2 was amazing. I stand by it. I always felt that way. I'm standing by that.
My favorite Spider-Man movie will be Spider-Man 2 with Tobey Maguire.
Yeah.
I mean, that is great. It is
Yeah,
goated.
it is.
That's my favorite one. Let the decimator fall on Dr. Octopus. Let's go. Let the decimator fall on him. Right? And then my second favorite one would be the second one with Tom Holland. I like that one a lot, actually.
Really?
Yeah, it wasn't bad. The first one was like, eh.
Yeah, the first one was
But I'm telling you now,
wasn't bad, but it just
Don't feel like his Spider-Man movies are Spider-Man-y enough.
yeah,
'cause-
yeah,
'cause-
I agree.
it's because he's not American.
No,
He's Andrew Garfield, right?
I realized I was.
Oh, well.
chatting
Andrew
because I
Garfield is not
also saw-
American either.
All of the Miles Morales.
Listen, I ain't like his movies. I ain't like his Spider-Man movies.
Who?
Andrew Garfield's. Yeah, I ain't like him.
It wasn't.
I ain't like one of
Talk
them.
about Americans. Andrew Garfield is from across the pond, bro.
Listen.
Actually, I agree. They have to stop doing that.
All right, wait, hold on, wait. I was joking, right? I actually like Tom Holland as Spider-Man. I was kind of joking right
No,
now.
but I agree. He's missing a little. You know.
I'm not saying it's him, but just the movies as a whole just don't feel Spider-Man-y.
Yeah.
Need a bit more Spider-Man.
Greg is like, Zendaya, don't love me.
You know, it's not
Wait,
Spider-Man.
hold on. Time out. Why would I be in love with Zendaya?
No, every black person wants to be cool with Zendaya.
Oh, cool with? She seems like a cool person.
Yeah, all right. No, you said love me. I
Yeah,
was
but
like,
cool love. I'm not
Nah,
saying
it's not the
that's
same
not-
thing. I'm a man. It's not the same thing.
not the same.
Don't because if I say oh love me, then it's like oh he wants to be with her. It's not the same thing.
Yeah,
Try
I
again.
look like Delano.
Got it. Got it. But overall, the show is good. Did you guys? You told me to watch till episode 3, but have you gone past episode 3?
I'm caught up.
Yeah.
I've watched like halfway into episode. The
I
only
did too,
thing I
I
will
did
say
too.
I don't like is Norman finding out that he's Spider-Man so soon.
Okay.
Because I'm like, if this is supposed to be his greatest villain, you find out his secret identity within the first 3 episodes. Where's the build up to being the villain?
Listen, he could take that goblin serum and mess with his memories.
But that just makes it too easy. Like I like when villains eventually find out
Yeah.
who they or just don't want to at all. Like Joker, like I don't care what Batman's identity is. I'm gonna just keep messing with Batman. You know, but like this guy already knows that
That's his
Peter
work
is Spider-Man. So like watching him develop into a villain is just gonna be like, all right, but since you already know who he is, you know all of his weaknesses, you know how to beat him, you know how to do XYZ already. It's a bit boring to me. I like when they figure that out later. Like, damn, this guy keep beating me up. What can I do? Oh, you got an aunt? Say that. Like, but you already know her. You've been in this house, man.
But I don't think he'll go for that route only because he has Harry.
The Goblin Serum don't care.
Touche.
So we had low expectations for this show. Like, how are we feeling about it right now?
Listen, I haven't had a low expectation for a Marvel thing the past couple months. I told
it's like
you.
Greg said a couple months ago, there's never been a bad animated Spider-Man show ever.
Really? But you were like, I don't know.
I said I wasn't interested in it.
Okay.
Like, I'm not
Are you
excited
interested
about
now?
it. I'm still not excited. I'm watching because I love
But
Spider-Man.
guess what? I wasn't
watching.
wrong,
But
guys.
it's not bad. And
It's good.
quite frankly, it's a bit more Spider-Man-y than the movies have been so far.
I
So,
agree.
He's broke. He's playing with toasters. He's playing in alleyways. Listen, it's giving real Spider-Man over here.
Yeah.
the animation on the web swinging looks good. The acrobatics, everything looks good. You got Doctor Strange cameo in like the first episode. Son
Yeah.
popped up, good medicine, and then left. Like,
The eye of Agamotto. So beat on your hip.
and then left. Like, it's been pretty good so far.
Yeah. All right. Well,
That's our show.
that's our show. Catch us next time. Like, comment, subscribe, do all the things, and we'll see you next week. You just put up a gang sign?
Okay.
I'll try to get him in trouble. that's gonna be my
Gotta
new
do
shtick.
better.
Good medicine.